so we're gonna have to. Yeah, we need to back out. So are we backing now, or are we just going with it?
I think we're just gonna go with it.
All right. Well, give me a countdown when you're ready.
We're live because I didn't know if they were gonna stop the lobby or not.
We're live right now.
Yeah, we can just go ahead and start whenever. It's fine.
All right. So am I unmuted or?
No, you're unmuted.
All right. Well, give me a countdown for the meal. I'll open us up.
3, 2, 1.
Good afternoon, Altitude. Here we are. Here today we have Altitude Esports first Valorant tourney. Here I'm joined by the one and only
Select
Syntax.
your agent.
Welcome, welcome, everyone.
And here we got a pretty interesting matchup. We got the Vaders versus the Canadian Hitman to open us up here. How are you feeling about this? Two very new teams, but probably shown some promise.
I've seen a lot of potential out of some of these players in pugs. Caruso or Caruso. I can't remember how to say his name, but
Caruso of the Canadian Hitman.
yeah, he's usually really good. PhD is Cabbage Head from the Overwatch scene, and he's a decent tank. And Larson's just been fragging in pugs recently on the other side of the spectrum. So we'll see two fraggers going up against each other and see how it goes out.
So overall, a lot of promise on both sides here. We are going to start a bit early here, going straight to the pistol round on Haven. Your Canadian Hitmen will be the ones that are attacking, and the baiters will try to hold them off. Alright, opening up the gates here, interesting compositions. We got Omens and Jets on both sides. If you've been around for the short time the scene's been up, it's probably a very strange composition here, but they're gonna get it to make it work. Oh, Grimmy getting into a nice nasty gunfight with that Jet on the roof there. It's gonna force them back, and it looks like they're gonna be looking for a rotate, as since he started shooting, now the baiters are aware of Canadian strategies. However, they're just gonna send it anyway. Already a ton of movements, a lot of blood being spilled during the first minutes, and Canadians actually managed to pull the fight a bit. Right now, 3v2 in favor of them. However, there's going to be a double-pronged rotate through CT, and it looks like they might be able to hold it. One more fight in Haven. However, looks like Fairfair will be able to hold it off for the time being, and Baiters will come down with round one.
Yeah, definitely. He had really good support with his. He threw down a ice field, and that alerted the enemy, or that alerted their team on where positioning was, and then also they didn't force the defense. They kind of waited until the enemy team pushed in a little bit more, and then they started the retake.
Alright, I would like to make a quick correction. Canadian Hitmen are on the left side, and they are defending first, so my apologies for any of the confusion there. But we're just gonna move on and head straight back into this. Already for, although, like, credit to where credit's due, Baiters had pretty good attack there. Little dirty at times, but they seem to make it work. Wait, heading into the second attack, looks like they're just going to, a few people lurk down A, get into some gunfights, some clips already exchanging some fire, but the main focus seems to be towards C. However, Cypher of PhD will spot it out and possibly force a rotation from the Canadians. Or not from the Canadians, but from the baiters. There's not gonna be a lot of debating here though, as they're kind of stuck up in one spot. And you can kind of see like the Canadians kind of just start that like anaconda effect, slowly closing in on them from multiple angles. However, it doesn't matter. Baiters are just gonna rush in, guns blazing, literally and figuratively. However, there's gonna be casualties on both sides. This fight's gonna go back quickly. Invaders, they're down to only 2 men. However, they're gonna. Well, okay, that was kind of short-lived. PhD is gonna shut down their hopes and dreams.
Yeah, that was a big fight there. A lot of confusion with both smokes. Kefefer was really holding down that garage area with that wall and the Guardian, and if anyone peeked him, he was just gonna try to one-tap him, so they had to be very careful of that. But
Yeah,
the defense had a really split up hold. They had one on A site, like far back for a rotation. They had one deep and short, and then they just had the rest kind of split up the same. They were all about equal distance away for easy rotations to mid if they fought mid.
what's with all these split rotations? We're not playing on split here. I thought we're playing on Haven. Come on, I feel ripped off now. Interestingly enough, the Jet's gonna just push solo up A long, not gonna give a crap in the world. Just gonna get some free value. Just moving up there. He just stroll onto way, but he needs to be aware of the Jet on the opposing side. Get into a quick gunfight on the boxes, but it'll be to no avail. However, that's quite enough info to the rest of the Canadians to slowly rotate over. However, Eclipse is a nut over here. Absolutely no cares given in the world. As they will go on and plant the diffuser, or sorry, plant the spike. Haha, see, too much siege. Unlucky. Oh, knives come out from Eclipse. Oh, instant pickoff. Kefefer did not stand a chance. However, the Cypher will, and the Vaders will come out on top.
Yeah, PhD came out there. He almost clutched it for his team, but unfortunately he had an SMG which didn't have enough ammo to hold down the site. And Larson was able to get the cleanup and secure the round for his team. Those really good trades there from the from Caruso and Eclipse. Eclipse had that really weird positioning. Or no, it was Caruso that had the really weird positioning on those boxes. So when the first person walked in, they died, and the Eclipse got the trade.
Yeah, you can tell that Cypher, he's really hoping that he brought the Ares next time. Probably not going to see many Ares this time. It's a little bit of a randomness weapon. Oh, Grimmy, that is unlucky right there. You don't expect 2 people to push up short like that. Those are the dangers. And now the bomb is stuck inside sewers. Not much that they can do about it besides just kind of brute force their way through it. Alright, a lot of utility being used, including that res on the Grimmy. However,
And he's gonna go down!
Peek out in order to immediately trade. Oh, that is, unfortunately, that's not the value you want to get out of your, res. However, it's gonna be enough as it puts them in a 4v2. Plenty of cover. You just need to worry about the... Oh, that was a very uncoordinated, very valiant effort from the Cypher there. Unlucky from PhD. And now, it's just gonna be up to Kefefer. He was in this position earlier today, but I don't think it's gonna happen. Although he does manage to take out Larson, but decides it's not worth it and goes on to save.
Yeah, he's gonna get that kill, which is gonna give his team a little bit better economy going into the next round. He's also gonna hopefully keep this gun, which will have him a gun for the next round. Considering
It
he
looks
doesn't
like
have
he's
enough
actually
to buy.
he's gonna try and get some exits on the enemy Sage. Might work out well for him. Gets into that gunfight, and then he's heading for the hills now. However, he has to be careful about Eclipse on the jet. This can go very badly, very quick for him. Oh no, he just about manages to see him. He needs to run!
Oh, he got away just in time to save that gun for his team. That's gonna be a big asset for them going into this next round.
Yeah, especially since their economy is looking alright. They're about even now. But any sort of advantage that they can hold on from those earlier rounds, the better.
This is a nice
Anyway, hopefully Grimmy back with the spike once again. It's gonna have a bit better luck. Hopefully not getting run up by 2 people up short. But hey, you never know what can happen. And it looks like a fast C execute is going to happen here. However, I don't think they're aware of the aggressive pushes from the Cypher and the Sage. Generally, defensive operators or agents, you don't see playing too aggressive there. But they do manage to make it work very well. As even battle on both sides. Bomb, however, is a little stuck up. Oh, hold up. I just messed up my... Anyway, the bomb's like fairly stuck up there, and they have to rotate over to A site. As the storm, as the jet, oh my god, as the jet recovers the spike, it's over. Little quiet, little stealthy, you know. As they say in Counter Strike, you gotta go little sneaky beaky like. Just
Yeah.
taking your time with it. It's doesn't look like. However, based off the rotations here, it doesn't look like anyone on the side of Canadian Hitmen are really aware of this rotation. They're now aware of it, and they're gonna start vaulting over. Except Zarek on the Viper is just chilling. He's like, "Oh wait, I have a job to do. Crap, they're all on site. I got to run." It looks like PhD is gonna wait until his teammate arrives. Actually, no, he's gonna approach the gunfight head on in true Overwatch style, but it will not give him any value. And now, just up to Zarek, who is gonna. Ooh, this is gonna be a tough battle for him.
Yep. We'll have to see if he can get some trades here. Hopefully, he might be able to. No, he's not going to be able to. He was hoping for that 1v5, 1v4 ace, but unfortunately, he just peaked at the wrong time and didn't have his crosshair in the right place.
Yep, sorry, Zarek, you're not on Genji. It ain't happening. Welcome to Valorant. I hope you enjoy your time here, cause might be a long one here this series, but it's not that bad for baiters or for Canadians yet, as still got decent economy. However, they might opt to save here. Hold on, let me check out that nice economy. It looks like they're gonna actually do more of a force buy, so a little bit strained for money here, but they're hoping to get it done anyway. Okay. Slow incremental movements here. Clips does run the risk of getting run out on again. Like, with all the runouts we've been seeing so far, you would think it's Siege, but no, I'm telling you, it's Valorant here. However, once again, they're just brute forcing their way over the site. Rotations are a little slow, which is pretty good for the baiters here. Hitman, oh, unlucky. A very misplaced sky laser. Or
Yeah.
whatever it's called. You know what it is.
He could have possibly had a really good timing on that and killed at least 2 people, maybe even 3 if he caught them all going into heaven right there.
Oh, you know, this actually, Kafurfer may have actually turned us for his team. Now the interrogation from PhD is gonna make it a lot easier for them to win this gunfight. Go for the big pre-fires. Now it's an even fight. Just a Viper and the Sage left. It's Limits is able to clutch it out for his team. Unbelievable stuff.
It's crazy. I don't know how that fight got turned around right there. It was like they lost one because they got killed through the smoke, and then that guy immediately killed 3 people. Who was it? Kafurfer that killed 3 right there, like right at the end of the fight, and then it turned into the 1v1.
It was Kafurfer. It's Kafurfer and PhD on top of Haven. Almost completely turning it around for their team. However, baiters will just manage to sneak away with that round there. Speaking of sneaking away, the Omen on the side of the baiters does have his ult, so you could do some really sneaky stuff with that. Speaking of sneaky, Omen, Xanox, Scabby, oh, he might just get a frag here on the jet. Unsuspecting! However, he's not simple. He won't go for the knife, and Grimmy, the nice little spray through the smoke, will manage to take out the Omen. Just spot the jet just on the boxes, and it's gonna be interesting to see if they still decide to go for the site. It looks like they're gonna once again just brute force their way through with no fear in the world. And there's actually no flank being taken from the Canadians here. However, it look like the brute force strategy is finally coming to a halt as they're stuck in a 2v3, and the spike is a pretty inconvenient space to say the least. Although they do still have that 40 seconds to work with, as well as the operator. So it's gonna be interesting to see how they go for this. Canadians being very smart about it, not getting too over aggressive to try and chase down the last frags. They're all kind of watching their angles. Except we have Kafurfer. Actually, no, Kafurfer's kind of watching the angle from B. So they're all kind of watching everything. Oh, there might be a slight blind spot where members of Bears are able to get in for free. See Larson peeking out. Although they only have 10 seconds left, this is nowhere near enough time to get the plant down. And yeah, once that 4 seconds pass, there's just no time. It's all over. Canadians will take another round.
Oh, and they're gonna lose that op. Oh, they're gonna lose both guns there too. As soon as they hit 10 seconds, they either needed to push and get the frags, or they needed to back out and save their weapons. That was just a waste of economy right there.
Yeah, not just an economic nightmare for them right there. Not what you want to see at all. But they're gonna do their best to quickly and effortlessly recover from that, as their economy isn't in a terrible place. Although they will be forced to have Eclipse run that SMG. However, this might not be that big of a problem because Eclipse does have his ult up. Oh, early picks for Gafurfer though. Oh, that definitely isn't a good omen to start off the fight. So they're kind of. It looks like they want to focus this one more around the B, which is a bit. Oh, Zarek! No cares in the world given. But anyway, as I was saying, Bear's trying to look this more towards B. However, with the man disadvantage, it's gonna be a lot harder to kind of just brute force their way through like they did before. And it looks like a massive flank from Corso is gonna catch him off guard, and that's a flawless round.
Yeah. It was a big flank. He realized that their entire team was in the B main area, and so he was able to just walk long A for free. And they really got to watch out for that wall in that garage area. I think it was Kafurfer just keeps jumping up on there with a Guardian. If he sees anyone's head, it's just a one-shot, one-kill.
One shot, one kill. Kind of reminds me of something, does it? Nah, but I haven't heard of that from anywhere. Have you?
Maybe he might be known for his one-taps in the future.
Alright, anyway, once again, come on, they have to be expecting Xenix to push up like that. That was like the fourth round that he's done that. Insane stuff by this player. Although, it looks like, Baders are gonna take their chances at getting aggressive their own up C long here. They do have two very good picks for that Xenix! Once again with the pre-fire through the smoke. This guy is unbelievable with that stuff.
He had very good spray control right there, able to pull down and put all of his bullets right where he saw the enemy player sitting.
Somerset trying to make something happen with that ult of his. You know it's one of the most powerful ults in the game, but doesn't manage to find anything there, as it's no even though it's a one-shot kill, it's no automatic weapon. So it's gonna be a lot hard for them to get that to work overall. And now it's a 2v5 in favor of the Canadians, and they're just gonna play this back and they're just gonna play this back. Just wait for the enemy, wait for Baders to claw and to come in their hands. Looks like they're just gonna focus on saving this. Just gonna listen to the birds, look at the nice scenery, look at the cherry blossoms there.
Yeah, definitely. They definitely need to save these guns for this next coming round. Because we're currently 4-4, so it's a really close game. They need as much of an advantage as they can get.
Or not, maybe they did just want to watch the birds, you know? It's very, very peaceful scenery here.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, of course, there's that important thing about saving your weapon, but who cares about that? Am I right or am I right?
Even though this game is in beta, they have put an incredible amount of detail into this game. Like, on Split, there's, by the A site, there's a cafe that has like a menu and like holes in the salt and pepper shakers and everything. Like, it's so detailed. These maps are. It's crazy.
Yeah, it definitely makes it's definitely a good omen. Pun intended. Okay, I'm one of the. It's definitely a good omen for the future of this game. And just for the content that we can expect in the future. Double jet ults on both sides. Oh no, this can get rough. And Eclipse, one of the jets, is gonna bring the spike with them in on this wild adventure. So might see some very, very interesting stuff. Oh, and Omen TP. Let's say that one's gonna go more towards back of A site. They're just gonna focus on getting control. Eclipse doesn't win the knife battle with Corso, and actually doesn't look like any of them really care about using the knives. They just go out and get frags. That's how it works. And they're both dead anyway, so doesn't really matter. The rest of the members for Canadian Hitmen are kind of stuck up trying to get into Haven and CT. However, Zarek does manage to find one traded kill. Oh, they didn't check for limits though. We gotta check those corners there. Ah, no, Canadians.
Limits with the spray down there on two players, damaging the third, and I believe it was Larson cleaning up on that third kill as well.
Yeah, it was yeah, it was Lars. No, it was Limits. Limits was in the corner.
Yeah,
And he sprayed the
Limits
two
got
people that.
he got two and did damage to the third. No, the third was in heaven. Larson killed PhD that was lurking in heaven, which if he would have gotten Larson, that could have been a winnable fight because he had high ground.
You know, you're right. Okay, okay. Still getting used to the spectating system here. Still new stuff. But I wonder what's gonna happen here. Is Xanax gonna push up again? This time it was able to get refragged. However, the spike is down. Grimme is able to get out with it. However, so overall not as bad for Baiters, and they're in a man advantage now with that res coming in. And right now, it's not looking great for Canadian Hitmen, now that they have to focus on 3 sites. However, Baiters, they decided to go back to the same site, interestingly enough. Definitely another play I would have went for. They do manage to slow down the push a little bit, and actually, now it's only up to PhD, and he will clutch it out. Unbelievable stuff.
That's crazy from PhD right there. Just completely carrying his team in this match. Kafurfer on the defense nearly got 2 with that op shot. He might have done damage. I don't think. Does it one shot with legs too?
No, it does not one shot with legs.
Okay, so
it's like the op in Counter-Strike.
So I don't think he hit 2, but they were nearly lined up and almost got a collateral for that hold right there.
Yeah, so PhD at the end. I'll tell you what, sometimes the guns in this game to newer players can feel like you need a PhD in physics to master. I wasn't even ready to start talking about this round. Kafurfer's already getting some big impact for his team. They forced him to move through the smoke, and Xanax getting 2 through the smoke again. That if nothing else explains just the pure power of smokes in this game, I don't know what does. Anyway, it looks like the members of Baiters, they're still trying to slowly move up to A, but they're finally gonna change their plans. And massive cutoff and spawn there. And right now, just up to Limits to try and clutch this out for his team. However, likely he's just gonna try his best to save and stall out the game. However, I don't think he's aware of Kafurfer on the flank.
No, yeah, he is because I'm pretty sure Larson just went down to Kafurfer.
Looks like he is checking, but is there anything that he could do about it?
No,
I don't think there is.
Kafurfer right now is just being a knowledgeable threat, just waiting back there. He knows that that Limits knows he's back there, so Limits isn't going to push him. And that's just going to allow his team to bait out the time, and as soon as the time runs out, they're going to kill him so he doesn't get money.
Yeah,
I assume it works like that.
He's just stuck here. No, he's gonna. The big thing is that he's gonna lose his gun once he gets. Yeah, see. Not getting the spike down either. That's definitely gonna hurt the economy of Baiters a lot. Especially, I mean, generally you think about this map, or well, okay.
We actually just switched into
kind of a 4-head. I'm kind of a little bit of a 3-head there, as I forgot that I don't know. So sometimes it doesn't say when it's swapping sides, or it doesn't say so in spectators. My apologies there. Anyway, that actually doesn't make sense for you to try and save at that point.
Yeah, you might as well just try to pad your stats and go into the next round.
Go guns blazing. Or maybe he was trying to pad his steps by keeping his stats by keeping the KD down. I don't know. Like that's very much is a possibility, I feel.
He might have also been trying to buy some time so that his team can think of a strat for the next round. As we go into 2 players pushing garage here.
The sides have swapped what's called Baiters will be on the defense now. And already you could see them having a much better start to the rounds than before. As they're already forcing Canadian Hitmen to take a little bit more of a defensive approach here. Although Canadians do manage to get onto the site and get that plant down. Although big retake being coming through from Eclipse and Somerset here. And I think there's one. Wait. Hold up. Is the setup bugged? No. Larson is still alive for the defense here.
He just walked through this.
And now it's just up to the Omen to hold on the side, but it will be to no avail. This first one goes in favor of Baiters. So already, defining more, already, great start, especially considering that attack there.
Yeah, definitely. Eclipse and Somerset were able to make so much noise that Larson was able to walk in and get one of the kills for free, and that just allowed everyone to walk in and just play trade and get the point. And they didn't even need to trade; they just kill them instantly and defuse the spike.
It's interesting to see how Canadian Hitmen decide to handle this. Attack now. They are gonna be almost full saving. However, they're gonna buy up on better pistols because like even though the classic honestly isn't that bad in this game, like it's still to the point where if you can on your ecos, you would buy up on better pistols. So we're seeing all sorts of stuff coming out here, including 2 frenzies. And it looks like they're just gonna get right up in here and start blowing it out on point. No cares in the world. Spike goes down fairly early in the round here, and you can see Baiters already put on a significant back foot, even on the anti-eco. Grimmy and Limits doing their best to come back in. Grimmy immediately being traded out. Just leaves it up to Limits. Limits has shown that he has extreme clutch potential, but it's not going to be enough, as Canadians will take their eco round.
It was a very good round from the Canadians. They were able to just 5-man push mid. They killed, I think, 2 players, and they were able to take their guns, throw up smokes, get the bomb down, and just play super defensively.
Yep. Also, I like the kind of just blow down the door, just barrage on the point there. I feel like they played that very well. However, it's going to be interesting to see if they could have the same success in a more calculated approach. Now that both teams are on even guns, and oh, Xenox going to be using a very cheesy angle here, using the Sage Wall, boosted himself up, can look all the way into B with that nasty angle. Isn't able to find anything though, which kind of makes it to where you kind of wasted that Sage Wall.
Yeah,
PhD
definitely.
is already on site planting.
But it does put Xenox in this position to watch for these flankers coming in right now, and he is going to get one. Does he know the second one there though? Oh, now he does.
Yep. Right now, once again, Baiters are in a very uphill battle. Despite their explosive start on their attack, doesn't look like they're going to be able to find much value here. And once again, lose with only 1 casualty on the side of Canadians. At this point, you probably want to consider a save on the side of Baiters. However, it looks like some members are considering a force buy.
No, it looks like they're gonna full save maybe some upgraded pistols, but yeah, they're gonna try to full save here. They might just try to play info. I don't know. It's kind of they're playing super aggressively. They might just try to get this round over with so they can go into a gun round.
I was really expecting Eclipse to pull out the shorty there. You know how fun it could be watching that go. Once again, Xenox getting that same nasty angle there. Just another nasty one for your rounds there. There is a trade back and forth though. So not the worst start for Baiters here. So they might actually have a fighting chance in this here. Although remember they are on the defense, so if they do lose the site, it's going to be painfully difficult for them to attempt any sort of retake. Right now,
It's so unfortunate. He teleported right in the middle of their team.
There was an idea. It's happened to the best of us. Let's be fair. Like, we all tried that ability out. It just hasn't worked the way that we all intended. However, in the meantime, the rest of the Canadian Hitmen are gonna rotate over to the C site. So you're gonna look for nice little plants, and it's gonna be really hard for Baiters to retake, especially since Eclipse is still stuck with that pistol, immediately taken out there. Now it just leaves it up to Limits, which at this point, Limits might just want to save that AR.
Yeah, it looks like he might be trying to get someone rotating through. Let's see if I can find him.
Yeah, he might look for exits here, but that's kind of all he can get done here.
Yeah, it looks like he's just gonna sit and spawn. Hopefully someone exits through there, but unfortunately, the enemy team's going to back out through their known path and know that there's no one going to be in their flank.
If all Canadian rotate through mid, that actually could have been pretty devastating. But they all decided to kind of hold on to Dragon and play it safe. Speaking of playing safe, Limits will make it through with that Vandal, and it's gonna allow the rest of Baiters to buy up, and they're looking to match Canadian Hitmen head to head this time. Interesting enough, no ops on either side just yet, although we might see one out of Kafur for.
Yeah, I think he is debating it right now. He's at 7K, and he's still holding on his pistol.
There we go. Op does come out from Kafur. So it's gonna be interesting to see how he plays that overall. But speaking of which, there's not that many ults on the board, but we got some interesting ults here. Canadian Hitmen have both of their, like what I would say, their offensive ults. And then on the side of Baiters, they do have that Sky Laser. Oh, of course, so nice 2-tap onto Limits. And Xanax finding another angle on the Grimmy. Oh, Xanax! Oh, he almost got slown by the ice as well. That could have ended very poorly for him, but just manages to hop out in time. Especially considering that a new change that just dropped. Well, Canadians not in a bad position here. They're in a very solid position to just stick to plant here. Especially since the other 3 members of Baiters are nowhere near the C site. And now it's just prime position for them.
Yeah, they were able to just walk up through C and just take the site for free. Eclipse here might get a frag. Oh, he's gonna pick up Zerk and spawn.
I was about to say, when is Zerk gonna turn around? I know it's easier for us when we can see the mini map, but it's still kind of difficult to watch. You're like, oh, no. Speaking of which, Zeno. Oh, okay. As the Baiters try to funnel through Garage to try and retake, they do manage to. Oh my goodness, so much chaos just in that one push. Yeah, that's the problem with trying to only retake from Garage. There's just only that slight sliver of space for them to squeeze to.
Somehow PhD died from that bomb bot, but good thing Kafurfer was able to hit the shot and keep this op alive in this round, because that is a fairly expensive weapon. But it looks like we will be seeing kind of like a lurker, or try to catch the lurkers on the A and B site, and then it looks like a C push trying to get a pick, and maybe they're leaving the bomb and spawn?
Yeah, that definitely. I don't think that was part of the plan there, especially with how early PhD was like, "Oh, I should probably go get that." Kafurfer, nice pick onto Grimme, opens the site wide up for Canadian Hitmen to come right on.
Yeah, they definitely need to.
They're just gonna barge, and now they have so many angles to work with. It's gonna be so easy for them to hold up this flank as well, especially when you consider that all that long-range weaponry. Although Bears aren't in a terrible position to retake here, they do manage to find one on the. Oh no, Summer Sands, they're going down. It's gonna leave them in a pretty difficult spot. It's a 3v3. It's good for Baiters. Oh, and a missed shot for Limits. It's gonna lead to Larson getting that 2K. Now all it's up to is Xanax to try and keep the site, but it'll be to no avail as Baiters finally win another round.
Yeah, Larson was just a monster, just walked through.
One sec. Coming on stream, we're gonna end it real quick. We're gonna restart with a delay. I guess that was missed slightly, just a longer delay, so it's less obvious. Can we just do that real quick?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.